American Income. I spoke to you about your benefits through your union. Is Mary here?
Yes, she is.
Okay. Well, they had me use my laptop to save some time and for quality control. Do you mind if we sit here at the kitchen table near an outlet?
Sure.
And do you mind if I go ahead and give you the short version?
That would be great.
Okay, great. By the way, did you make it out to the meeting where they talked about the program?
No, I missed it.
Excuse me. Okay. Well, first off, let me tell you exactly why I'm here and what I want to do. My job is to go over to no-cost benefits that have already been set up for you and review some options that you may qualify for. I just need you to listen and ask any questions you may have, since they only allow me out here once during your service period. Now, you received this letter and returned the card. In the letter, it stated that when you return the card, you will be contacted by somebody. That's me. In today's world, there isn't much personal service anymore, but your group thought this was so important that we personally come out and handle this for you. Not only did you, sorry it's taking so long to see you, but not only did your group think it was important, so did 20,000 other unions and groups as well. So, you got a lot of family nearby?
A couple people.
Okay. How's work going for you?
It's going pretty well.
Okay, you working a lot of overtime?
More than I want.
I understand that. What do you like to do outside of work?
I like to fish.
Okay, you go fishing with a lot of people?
A couple buddies.
Okay. Yeah, we like to go fishing about every weekend too. Alright. So Joe? Excuse me. The first benefit we have for you is our health service discount card. Now, let me ask you, how's your group insurance through work?
It's not bad.
Okay. Well, this is going to be huge for you. You can save up to 60% off on your eye care, hearing plans, prescription drugs, and chiropractic services. Now, because we both know group insurance doesn't cover everything, this will definitely help. Now, in this brochure, it has all the enrollment information you need, including the toll-free phone number and the website to answer any questions you may have. I'll leave this here. You guys can check it out after I leave, okay?
Okay.
Now, Joe, Mary, this next part is an epidemic, and it involves children. Now, I'm sure you all know families with children, right?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen one of those missing child reports or an Amber Alert notification?
Yep.
Can you imagine what those parents are going through?
Wouldn't even want to think about it.
Me either. Every 30 seconds, a child is abducted in this country, and 93% of children who are not found in the first 24 hours are never found. This kit from American Income is the most comprehensive kit on the market, even more so than the ones the schools hand out. It has everything the police need to help find a missing child. Now, the police and school administrators have asked us to give this out to everybody we know with kids. And wouldn't you agree that if we got this out to 1,000 families and helped save even one small child, it would be well worth it?
Absolutely.
Great. Well, that's why we need your help. Let's get this out to anybody you know who have kids or grandkids.
Okay.
Now, Joe, this is the accidental death and dismemberment certificate your letter talked about. Now, it would pay you a living benefit of $1,000 for the loss of any one hand, one foot, or sight in one eye, or the full face amount of $2,000 for the loss of any two. And Mary, this would pay you a living benefit if Joe were to die in an accident of the full face amount of $2,000. Now, I know $2,000 doesn't seem like all the money in the world, but if Joe were to die, his paycheck would die with him. And I'm sure that would put a crunch in your budget, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So you can see how this would definitely help.
Absolutely.
Now, I'm sure you're all familiar with how the United Auto Workers get a friends and family discount on a car, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is exactly how this works. I'm sure you're all familiar with how United Auto Workers get a friends and family discount on a car, right?
Right.
Well, that's exactly how this works. Normally, if you're not a member, you don't have access to these benefits. However, after some time, the company finally agreed to let members sponsor their friends and family for a limited time during their enrollment period. Now, this is at no cost to you and at no cost to them. Now, most people will use all 10 packages allotted. It'd be wise to make sure they're local and over the age of 18. And please don't prejudge anybody based on whether they already have benefits or not, because these will surely help.
Okay.
So, you mentioned you had a brother up the road. Let's go ahead and get him that one. What's his name?
Fred.
Okay. What's his phone number?
555-555-5555.
Okay, great. Who's next?
Let's use my cousin Carl.
Okay. And what's Carl's phone number?
544-444-4242.
Great. Alright, who's next?
My other cousin Carl.
Alright. And what's Carl's phone number?
471-717-1212.
Great. Alright, so it looks like we got about all 10 of those. Now, these next benefits are by far the most important and most popular among our members. Now, you do have to qualify for these, so I'm going to ask you a couple questions. Do you take any medications on a daily basis?
No.
Okay. Have you been hospitalized in the last 5 years?
Nope.
Alright, great. Now, are you on any parole or probation?
Nope.
Okay. Have you ever been charged with or convicted of any crimes?
No.
Okay. And what about any DUIs?
Never.
Great. Those are really expensive. Alright. So Joe and Mary, doesn't it seem like every year the benefit changes, we are paying more and receiving less and less?
Yes.
Well, with input from the Labor Advisory Board, groups, and members like you, members come up with a list of concerns for working families. Now, these are by far the biggest concerns out there. The first concern has to deal with so these concerns may or may not be an issue for you, but by far the biggest and most important no-cost benefit is the needs analysis survey. Now, this helps identify whether there are not any gaps in your current coverage. If there is a need, it'll make a recommendation, and I'll review this recommendation with you. If there is no need, it won't make a recommendation. Now, I do need to ask you a couple of questions to determine this.
Okay.
Alright. So, first, we have a mandatory read-off letter. What the read-off letter is, it kind of explains the enrollment process. But Joe, Mary, instead of you reading the whole thing, let me go ahead and explain it for you. Basically what it's saying is that as I'm going through the benefits, you're thinking, wow, these really are some great benefits, and I can see why my group approved them and why all the members are doing it. Then I'm going to ask you to go ahead and apply today while I'm out here during your enrollment period. On the flip side, as I'm going through the benefits, you're thinking, these really are some great benefits, but I just don't feel like they fill a need for me and my family right now, then I'm actually going to ask you not to apply. Either way, the decision does have to be made today in fairness to everyone else waiting to enroll. The good thing about these benefits are they're pretty much a no-brainer. You know in the end one way or another. Now either way, I do have this officer report form your group still wants to hear from you. This is kind of like my report card. So I just need you to listen and ask any questions as I'm going through. Joe, do you promise to stop me if you have any questions?
Sure.
Okay. Mary, you too?
Yep.
Great. Excuse me. Okay, so the first gap the software found has to do with your funeral and final expenses. At some point, your family will have to deal with this concern. Now, we have a video here to explain why this benefit would be so important. So Joe, the software is recommending that you have $15,000 set up for this need. Right now you have $0, so it's recommending $15,000 more. The Freedom of Choice certificate is set up to handle this concern for you. Now, this is funded by Whole Life, so don't take this to a funeral home and tell them that it's worth $15,000, because guess how much your funeral is going to be?
$15,000.
Exactly. Go there, negotiate your best deal, because whatever money's left over will go to Mary for other vital expenses. And this is funded by the Whole Life, that way the money's there when your family does need it. Wouldn't you agree having this set up for your family in the worst times of their lives would definitely be a good idea?
Absolutely.
Great. The next gap the software found has to deal with your paycheck. What if you lost your paycheck for a few weeks? Wouldn't that be pretty tough?
Yes.
What if you lost your income forever?
That would be horrible.
Right. So that's exactly why the software is recommending the income protection. Now, it is recommending you have $100,000 set up for this. Right now you have $0, so it's recommending $100,000 more. Mary, this would give you 3 years worth of income. That way you would have time to figure out what you want to do with your life your job, your other insurance money, and most importantly, spend time with your children. Now, this is actually funded by our 10-year protection program, so it does have to be reviewed and renewed every 10 years based upon your needs. Wouldn't you agree making sure that your income didn't die when you died is a great idea?
Absolutely.
Now, the next gap the software found has to deal with your biggest bill, your mortgage or rent. Now, Joe is recommending you have $100,000 set aside for this. Right now you have zero, so it's recommending $100,000 more. Now, Joe, if you were to die during your working years, it'd probably be due to an accident. Sorry about that. So, if you were to die during your working years, it'd probably be due to an accident. So this is funded by our accidental death benefit. Now, Mary, wouldn't it give you a peace of mind knowing that if something were to happen to Joe, you wouldn't have to worry about making a house payment again?
Absolutely.
Great. Now, the next gap the software found has to deal with your children's future education. This next video is really eye-opening. Joe, the software is recommending that you have $100,000 set aside, or $50,000 for each child. Now, because you are so young and healthy, this is also funded by our accidental death benefit. And we also have an additional child rider. What that is, it gives you a $10,000 life insurance policy for your children who are 18 years or younger. Now, when your child turns 21, they can convert that into 5 times that amount, or $50,000 with no health questions. Your children will definitely thank you for having the foresight to set this up for them, and I apologize. Okay, so the next gap the software found has to deal with income concerns if you were to get hurt. Now, this will pay you $150 for every time you have a bump, bruise, or bee sting, or any other accident or injury. Now, if you were to have a hospital stay, it will actually pay you $300, or double that, $600 for a stay in the intensive care. Now, if you or anybody in your house were to get hurt and in the hospital for 5 days, this will pay you $1,500 tax-free. Now, remember, your health insurance pays your doctors, hospitals, things like this. This actually pays directly to you. And if you were to die as a result of that accident, it will actually pay you out an additional $30,000 to $150,000 depending on what kind of accident. And I'm sure you can see why it's helpful to get paid when you get hurt, right?
Absolutely.
Great. Another important feature is if you are diagnosed with a terminal illness, for instance like cancer, you can receive half of your freedom of choice and your income protection. That would actually give you a chance to take care of any bills to make sure your family is financially stable when you were to pass away. Or what some members do is they like to take that money and make their last moments their most memorable. The remainder of the money will be paid out upon your death. Okay, so unlike your group benefits, which go away, these benefits are actually member-owned and controlled, permanent and portable. Like I said, if you were to leave your job, retire, leave the union, these benefits you would still keep. There's a strike and layoff waiver here. What it is with the layoff, it will pay your premiums for 3 months for any qualified layoff, and up to 12 months for any qualified strike. These are benefits these are so you won't lose your benefits when you need them the most, and you never have to pay that money back. So this is like having the option of 2 jobs. Job A is where you're currently at with your current benefits, and Job B, which is having all your same current benefits plus all these extra additional benefits with only setting aside 1 hour's pay per week. Now, which job would you choose for your family?
Clearly the enhanced.
Right, that's what all the members say. Now, Joe, I'm not an underwriter, but it looks like you should be able to qualify for these benefits. I have a Q&R checklist here, which is a mandatory that we review this with all members. It explains the enrollment process. The first thing that this talks about is the way the benefits are handled. So Joe, do me a favor, call the people you sponsored earlier and let them know that they'll be receiving this benefit package. Don't worry, if they're not home or don't answer, just leave them a message. And if they pick up, just go ahead and hand me the phone, okay?
Okay.
Now Joe and Mary, like you, most members do take advantage of this program because of the value. Now, it is rare, but some people do cancel. It could be a week, a month, or even a year later. And then we come back and see them during their next service period, which may be 2 or 3 years later, and they're still in the same spot they were before. Nothing's changed. And most of them want to reapply, but the problem is now the program's become more expensive, or even worse yet, their health has changed and it may not be insurable. So what I'm trying to tell you is that this is a short-term fix. This is not a short-term fix, it's a long-term solution. So if there's a problem with any of the coverage we had today, let's get it fixed today while I'm out here. Is the $100 a month okay with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Joe, let's go ahead and keep this in place for your family, and you'll be really happy the next time I come out and see you, okay?
Okay.
All right, Joe, Mary, thank you for sitting down with me today. I appreciate your time, and I hope you have a wonderful day.